Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to live streaming through Gen Con with Heavy Cardboard, where we teach, play, and discuss some of the hottest titles from Gen Con 2019. I'm your host, Edward Euler. Happy to be joined by my partner,
Jess,
and our teacher today.
I'm Greg.
All right, so today we are bringing y'all Pipeline, designed by Ryan Courtney and published by Capstone Games. Capstone Games also very kindly provided us with this review copy, and I also want to point out this is the first original title from Capstone Games that isn't a reprint or a partnership with another company. So welcome everybody watching live around the world as well as after the fact. Before we get started, a big thanks to all of our patrons who are help make all of this possible. None of this is happening without the support of all our amazing patrons, so thank you very much. Special shout out to Chris Cerny and say, hey, thanks for all you do here at HCHQ, helping us stream, but as well as choosing to support the show, so thanks, Chris. And quick reminder, if you guys are enjoying both the live streaming through Gen Con and the content in general, don't forget to like and subscribe down below for each video. It legitimately helps the show grow, helps put more eyes on it. And when you hit the little bell, you get reminded that, hey, we're live. So this way it helps y'all. And if you want to join the patrons and the herd in supporting the show one step further, you can go to pledgehc.com. So Pipeline, we streamed this for players a while back. Was it during the, I'll be honest, I don't remember. We streamed it before. Yeah. It might have been during the campaign for this. Was there one?
I think it was during the campaign. It was like day one.
Okay, there you go. So, and we had a prototype, and it looks a lot like the finished result. And so today, we are playing actually Greg's copy, because ours is still packed up from HeavyCon, and he has the metal cubes and the whole 9 yards, but we're going to play it two-player. Yes, there are three of us in the studio, because Greg's going to be here later on today anyways, and he was like, you know what? And he talked about it when he and I did the review over on heavycardboard.com, that, hey, I can teach this in about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You did make that claim.
I did make that claim. I should put that to the test.
Yes.
So here we go. So we get a chance. So instead of me replaying the teach that I had done previously, Greg was like, hey, you want me to teach you? Or teach it for the stream, and then the two of us will play a two-player. And Greg, honestly, you don't laugh, but the top side of the board is so far away, it actually helps.
It does. I can't reach it.
He's going to help manage the stuff on the top side of the board for us, as well as kind of GM the game and keep it moving, interact with you all in chat and the whole 9 yards. So without further ado, you ready?
I'm ready.
More importantly, though,
are you ready?
Are you ready?
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
All right, and hopefully y'all are. So hey, let's go ahead and dig into two-player Pipeline. Mr. Greg, take it away, sir.
All right. So this is Pipeline. In Pipeline, we're going to be oil barons trying to make the most money. At the end of the game, money is points. Yeah. So what are we looking at on the board? Right in the center is the main board where everything is. You have the round tracker over here, the turn order over here, the pipeline evaluation, and the crude market in general. Shop pipes, and the machines and tanks, the contracts and orders, refined market down at the bottom, the government pipes, and the eight of the 10 main actions you're going to be taking. The valuations, which are endgame scoring, upgrades, which are sort of rule breakers that help you win the game, and your personal player areas, which have the tanks where you're going to be storing the oil that you're going to be getting, the pipeline tracker to track your pipe length, and an area to put your contracts and your orders and your upgrades, as well as some general player aid stuff. Oh, and a pile for your debt.
Which, according to Ian, the last time he played this, he got 5 penalties.
Ian O'Toole, yeah, he took a picture
not good.
of a lot of...
That's less than ideal. By the way, before you go any further, I want to point out that because we played the prototype the last time I played this before a 2-player, I didn't know what this was. And Greg pointed out that somebody had made a comment in the Kickstarter comments.
Yes.
And recommended that this get added in the markers for the
So you knew
for
how
tracking
you
the
weren't
length
counting.
of your pipe, so you didn't have to continually count that.
Right.
That was pretty cool.
Those particular markers are the Kickstarter bonus. Normally,
There
you're
you go.
supposed to just use
Or
cubes.
just use cubes, I should say. The markers themselves, correct?
But
yeah.
the tracking, yeah.
Right.
And Edward has one set up, but there's also going to be an area where you're going to have your own personal pipes.
Which, during the game, be here and there respectively.
Yeah, those are just set up for examples. So, what do you do in Pipeline? Well, in Pipeline, you have 10 available actions to you, 8 of which are printed right on the board. I suppose the 9th one is also printed on the board, vaguely. And the 10th one is your own personal pipes, and we'll get to that much, much later. So, where do we start? Let's start with the markets. There are 4 different markets. There's crude market and the 3 different refined markets, and they all essentially operate the same way. You first sell any oil that you wish to sell, and then buy any oil that you wish to sell. So, where do you go? Let's say you go to Refined Market 1. In Refined Market 1, you can sell orange or silver oil, and you can buy blue oil at the prices listed right above them. The same goes for Refined Market 2, Refined Market 3, and the Crude Market. The difference being the Crude Market has all 3, up here, yep, all 3 different oil types available, and you can only ever sell and buy crude oil in that way. If the spaces are full, you obviously can't sell any, and if the spaces are empty, you can't buy any.
Makes sense.
So that's 4 of the 10 actions.
1, 2, 3, 4. Now the inner ones.
Now the other ones. The machines and pipes and the tanks and pipes are functionally very similar. When you go to machines and pipes, you can come and buy a machine, and you can buy pipes. The price for the machines are listed right next to them, and the price for the pipes, well, you have 2 options. You can buy 2 for $15, or you can buy 4 for $40. That's it. Those are your options. No mixing or matching. And when you buy from the shop, you must buy from the shop. So these pipes can only be bought when you come to machines and pipes, and these pipes can only be bought when you go to tanks and pipes. All right, so that's 6 of the 10 actions. The last 2 are a little bit easier, actually. Contracts and loans. Get contracts, if you so choose. Get loans, if you so choose. A loan is $15 and a single debt cube. Those can pile up really nasty. The first one will cost you $20 at the end of the game. And they just go up from there.
Just FYI, 5 is minus $200.
Which is a lot.
That is a lot.
Because the winning score is like 700. So that can really tank your lead. Don't want to do that too often, but in the beginning it can help you get further along. The contracts themselves, there are 3 tiers. There's, well, low, mid, and high. And the low ones are a little easier to get. They usually involve low oil, mid involve mid oil, high involve high oil. When you come to contracts, you can take 1 from each row. Up to. You can take just 1 if you'd like. Perfectly fine. When you take it, you have 2 options. You can put it either right there, right to the right side of your board, and that becomes a contract that you must fulfill.
An active contract.
An active contract. Or you can choose to defer it and put it up there. Now you can only defer it on the 1st and 2nd year, and the 3rd year you can't defer any contracts.
Because the game lasts
3 years.
There you go.
So when it's deferred, it basically doesn't do anything right now. But at the end of the year, that's going to become an active contract.
And these must be fulfilled by the end of the year, correct?
They must be fulfilled by the end of the year. If they are not fulfilled by the end of the year, you get another debt cube. And the contract goes away.
So it doesn't mean, so away meaning out of the game.
Out of the game. Out of the
Got
game.
it.
Fulfilling the contract is just as simple as having the oil in your area that matches the oil that you need. So in this case, you need a blue high grade and a blue low grade. The second you have any oil that is that matches the thing, you immediately can. So let's say Edward had that.
So as I refine oil, when it becomes there, it then can go straight over to get that.
Yep, and you immediately get the money listed for contracts. Now contracts have a set amount. Low is always worth 20, mid is always worth $35, and high is always worth $45, which is considerable because that can be a really quick boost to your economy. Now, that is contracts and loans. The last one on the cross is upgrades. When you come to upgrades, you can buy an upgrade. All upgrades cost $20. In the beginning of the game, you can only buy the 1 upgrades. You can only ever buy a 2 or a level 3 upgrade if you have the previous prerequisite upgrade.
And I'm going to show folks here.
Yeah.
So there you go. So there are 3 1s, 1 2, and 1 3s, meaning only one player can get to a level 2, only one player can get to a level 3, and you have to have a level 1 before you can get a 2, so on and so forth.
Yep. When you purchase an upgrade, let's say, Edward buys the government one, that now becomes unavailable to anybody else for the rest of the year. Now, at this point, Edward has another choice. He can spend another $20 and buy another upgrade. Sure, human resources. Why not?
Well, because $40 is what you start with. That's a lot of money. That's maybe why not, right?
Yeah. And at this point, he can choose to block off a third one if he'd like to. And he doesn't get it, but he makes sure that nobody else gets it either. Now, this is completely optional. You don't have to do that. And you also don't have to buy 2. You can
So if I bought just 1, what then?
You can then block off a second one if you wanted to. So you can block off that one.
Got it. Okay.
All right. So that's 8 of the 10 actions. Now, I should point out that each of these inner ones have the turn order manipulation symbol. And all that means is, so turn order will look like this from round to round. So right now, Jess is in first, Edward's in second. Well, it comes to Edward's turn, he chooses machines and pipes, does his whole turn, whatever. And then he decides, you know what, next round, I'd like to be first. And you just put your disc there and you make a claim for first.
Easy enough.
So when the round ends, you're going to reset. Now if there are multiple players and multiple people, so Jess chose that first, now Edward goes to choose it. He can bump her out and she's now...
So whoever chooses first last will become first in that case, right?
Yes, yes.
But if somebody doesn't go to any of those 4 spots, you cannot change turn order, correct?
Yep, if Jess went to the refined market, she just has to deal with it.
Okay, easy enough.
Now, there are 2 actions that aren't necessarily printed very easily on the board. But the first one is government pipes. Government pipes, there are 4 markets to consider. In the beginning of the game, none of them are open. But you can choose to open anything when it first starts. So you can choose to open one of the 4 markets on your turn.
Okay.
So all you do to open it is you go to the market. When you put your person down, you can buy anywhere from 1 to 5 pipes. Yeah, and the prices are listed right here. The important thing to consider is that the person, the tile that your person is on, is the pipe you must purchase as a minimum purchase. And the other 4 that you can purchase are the 4 that directly touch it.
Okay. So that's number 9 option
number 9.
for actions.
And number 10 is possibly the more complicated of the actions. So let's get Edward some oil.
And I'm going to go here, there to get ready for this. And let's say I have purchased this oil from the various crude markets out here, or possibly from the refined markets, and I have crude oil in my tanks ready to go.
Yep. So one thing we didn't really quite go over is how the pipeline evaluation itself works. There are 4 tiers of oil: crude to start, low, then mid, then high. In order to go from crude to low, your pipe length must be an equivalent of 5 for orange, 4 for blue, and 5 again for silver.
Meaning the oil has to pass through that length of pipe for it to go from a crude to a low-grade oil,
Yep.
correct?
And if we look at the pipes, so we can explain how that works. Each pipe tile has 4 pipes on it.
1, 2, 3, 4, or if you like looking at this one, 1, 2, 3, and 4 on a single tile.
Yep. Now, pipe length is each of those notches. So the orange pipe length, for example, would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Which, going back to this,
Is more than enough.
right, as long as it's 5, we're good to go, correct?
So that's the minimum length it has to be. Now, what if it's over that length? Well, the blue length, you'll note, goes from, to go from crude to low is 4, and to go from low to mid is 6. If you combine them for a total of 10, you can go from crude to mid in one go, and we'll explain how that works. But the pipe length for the blue is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Almost like someone planned that.
Weird how that works, huh?
So all you do to use a pipe is to place your person on a pipe tile that goes through that pipe. And this one goes through both the orange and the blue. So what you can do now is you can...
So, go ahead, please, continue. Sorry.
So it is effectively, you take the crude oil that you have and you churn it through the pipes.
So, not literally, but this orange is going to go through there.
And go from crude to low, and the blue would go from crude all the way up to mid. Now, what's important to note is you don't have to go all the way to mid, and there are reasons not to do that. Say, a contract, or you don't have room.
Let's say those were up there, right?
Right. So you can't go all the way to mid, and you can't go all the way to high, so you kind of have to go to low. Oh well. Now, if the opposite were true, and the low were covered, and the mid was open, and you have your blue pipe that lets you go from low to mid, you can totally skip over the low.
So you don't have to have a space available even though it went from crude to mid.
Correct.
Got it.
Yep, and what's important to note is that each pipe can only process one oil at a time. So even though you have a pipe length of 10 for the blue, and you could do, effectively 2 blues at once, length worth to go from crude to low, you can't because you only have one blue pipe.
Okay, so just to make sure that I understand this, so I have 2 blue crude, and looking at my pipeline here, I have enough to be able to go from crude to mid, but it's literally 1 cube of oil per pipe length. So unless I had 2 of these blues that were like that, I could only do 1 per action.
Correct.
Got it. Of each color.
Of each color.
That person touches that pipe.
Right. It is possible for the pipe length, the pipe tile, to go through all 3 colors or 3 different pipes,
Sure.
4 different pipes. Because of the way that we have it set up, it's not perfect, but you could do up to about 3 different pipe lengths.
Okay.
Because of the way everything
All
spreads.
right. And do you want to talk about the silver just as a final example?
Oh, yep. And so the silver we have set up to go crude to low to mid to high. So it needs a total of 16 length, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Perfect.
But I would not be able to process this because my person was actually put on the orange and blue, so I would have had to have gone, say, to something like that, which would get the silver and the blue and not the orange then, correct?
Correct.
All right.
All right, so one thing we didn't go over is how exactly machines work. So on your turn, you have 2 phases. The action phase where you picked one of those 10 available actions, and then immediately following that, there's a machine phase. By default, the machine phase costs $15 to perform the action, but when you do it, it runs all of your machines. So when you've purchased a machine, you place it somewhere on your network. Now, it perfectly covers up half of a tile. Now, any pipe length that runs into a machine can't be run manually. So if Edward were to try and manually run the blue or the silver pipe, nothing's going to happen. The machine's there for a reason. But he can still run the orange pipe because it's not attached to the machine at all.
There we go.
Now, the machine functionally acts as a conveyor of oil. It does the same thing as manually doing it, but you don't have to manually do it. So now Edward could go from crude to mid on his blue and crude to high on his white.
Not quite on the blue because that actually covers one of the length of pipe, correct?
Correct, it does. And you can actually bisect your pipe and make it so that, yep. If you do it like that, so even though the blue is going in twice on the left, it still only is one pipe.
Right, because one pipe, two pipes.
But if he were to do that, the two crude oil that he has of blue
would be able to go low, right?
Yep.
So these two would be able to. Now, we just talked about how you can't do two through the same length of pipe. So explain that.
So now the machine has cut the pipe in half and is no longer the same pipe. Those are now two distinct, different pipes.
Okay. So I could run one blue, either direction, doesn't matter, and then the other blue, and they're both at least 4.
Oh, yeah,
So
4.
that refines 2 from the crude to the low.
Correct.
Got it. And if I had put this over here, it would run the blue, and unfortunately that would only be from either low or crude to low or low to mid because it now is only 9 instead of 10. And for the silver, it would also refine that a total of 15, and 15 being whatever you need, being from crude to mid or possibly from low to high, correct?
Correct.
Got it. Okay, that all makes sense.
Yeah. And the last consideration are the orders. Now, the orders aren't an action you can take, but there's something that you can do after you've processed enough oil. If you can fulfill any of the orders that are currently on the board, you can claim them. They immediately pay out, and you remove it from the board, and you can take it, put it on your area. Is that the one?
No, here, let's say it were like this here, just to show everybody. So it would require one low blue, a high orange, and it requires a low silver.
Now, just because you have a mid-silver, you can sell it as a low silver. But you only get paid as a low silver.
So whatever the requirement is what you're getting paid for, right?
Essentially, they're demanding low, so they're only going to pay for low.
That makes sense. You're just giving them a better quality of oil than what they request. So these prices are a little bit different, right?
Yep, so low is now 30, mid is now 45, and high is now 55.
So that would have paid me, let's do some quick math, that'd be 60, 115. And these would go back into the supply.
Let's go back to the supply. The order is removed from the area. No, you keep it because of the valuations.
Aha! Up here for end game.
Yep, so end game scoring for the valuations. There is always one that is always in the game. The value of pipelines attached to machines. Now, we haven't gone quite over end game scoring.
Okay.
So this will all be sort of calculated together. The number of pipeline types. You can have up to 9 for this. And what they're asking for is each color and the value of the pipeline in each color. So in the base case of our example without the machines attached, we have one orange that goes from crude to low, one blue that goes from crude to mid, and one silver that goes from crude to high. That's 3 different types of pipes.
So 1, 1, and 1, 3 different types.
And that would end up being $60 at the end of the game.
However, and I'm trying to finagle something and failing to be able to do so quickly.
Top left. Oh, no, that wouldn't work either.
This would. Okay. So indulge me. So last second little adjustment. So getting back to, nope, that still doesn't work, does it? So explain this one a little bit more thorough.
So if you had a orange pipeline that goes from crude to low, and a second different orange pipeline that went from crude to mid, that would count as 2 pipes. In addition to the crude to mid blue and the crude to high silver, that would be 4 different pipes, and now it's worth $100. It scales pretty uniquely compared to the others. Jess, if you want to.
And here, I'll go ahead and show everybody this a little bit more highlighted here. So 9 combinations. Good luck trying to get that. Maybe Ryan could do this, or Tim, but as it is, realistically, you're looking somewhere in the neighborhood of 3 to 6, 3 to 7 probably.
I think I ended up with 6 on our...
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But
Right.
so they need to be different. You couldn't have 3.
Correct. So here's an example.
same.
So right
Okay.
here, the low is 5 length and the mid is 5 length. So a low
You could
would be
count it,
there,
right.
but you couldn't also count this one because that's the same thing. It would need to go from low or from crude to mid and a separate one that would be crude to low.
But given that they're both 5, if you have 2 different 5-length orange pipes, those wouldn't be different?
They
No.
would not. You would need a 5 length and a 10 length. For the 5 length would be for the low.
Oh, they're
the
all
10
from crude.
There
so
you
they
go.
all start at crude.
There
That's
you go.
What you're trying to say.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, that makes sense. This is probably the most confusing of the valuations, but it's also one of the most original. We really like this, so this was.
I can see why,
randomly.
but yeah, I mean, really, just the thing that's confusing is they all start from
Crude. Correct.
The last 2 valuations are the value of fulfilled orders and the value of fulfilled contracts, and those are pretty straightforward. Whatever you've already done in the game, you get that money again. Now, the fulfilled contracts is important. If you fail to fulfill the contract, it's gone from your thing, and you're not going to get anything for that.
Correct.
The other considerations for the end of the game is that all oil that is left remaining in your play area is going to be worth some money, depending on what the value is. If it's low, it's worth 10. If it's mid, it's worth 20. If it's high, it's worth 30. Same thing with the pipelines themselves. You're going to add up the length of the pipelines, see how far they can go, and those are worth 10, 20, and 30 respectively.
And just as a reminder, so I would have a pipe of low, a pipe of low, a pipe of low to mid, and a full one. So I would have 20, so 2 of the lows,
Yep.
a mid, and a high for a total of $70 at the end game in that case. Okay? And then the valuations minus your penalties.
Minus penalties and cash on hand at the end of the game.
The only thing that I think didn't cover is secondary actions.
Oh, you're right. I did not cover secondary actions. So there is potential to take a second action as part of your main action. However, the requirements are that you have to take one of the cross actions.
So one of those 8. Got it.
Yep. And you must pay $10. And when you do so let's say you come to the crude market and you do whatever you were going to do at the crude market, you can pay $10 and also take contracts and loans.
There you go.
Yeah. HR lets you break that a little bit. You can cross the cross. We're not going to get into that until it comes up, if it does.
So each of these are paired.
Correct.
Each of these are
Secondary.
paired.
And
Yes.
the 4 center ones are variable each game.
Yep. And you can take that secondary action just to do the turn order thing, which I've done in the past. Because $10 to change turn order, it's not a bad price.
So there's your 8, your pipes are your 9, and then the government tiles are.
R10.
And
there we
you
go.
can't take a secondary action for government tiles?
Correct. Nor can you for running your pipes.
Right.
There is also one more. That last pipe on your left.
Thanks.
There's technically an 11th action you can take on your turn. You can elect to pass.
Bad things if you're passing.
Yes.
And turn or how the turns work. Yeah, and the years. That's it. And then we can get started.
Yep, so every round the year marker is going to move down the way, and when it gets to the beginning of the year, we're going to have a refresh phase. We're going to refill machines, refill tanks. These are going to get completely renewed. We're going to fulfill more contracts, so these will slide out, these will come out. And we're going to empty the various markets. We're going to empty the refined markets that have sold goods up top, and we're going to fill the markets on the bottom and the crude markets on the top. We fill them according to the diagrams as shown on each section. And the upgrades will become available.
All right, and just to rehash, the costs of these pipes are listed right there. The costs of these pipes are listed right here. Yeah, ready to rock and roll.
But you can only buy 2.
No, you can buy up to 5
Oh.
here.
Okay, so you
depending
can
on
buy
the cost.
all the adjacent ones.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right, so that said, we're going to bring up the chat and everything.
And I'll bag these.
Bag those, and we're going to get started. So any questions? I didn't see really any in the peanut gallery. And so here we go. Oh, that's right, Greg. I love you, but there we go. All right.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry about me.
Okay, so you have Schwazi though, sir. Could we bum your Schwazi here?
Yes. Is my phone available? It is.
So place your bets. I've played this more recently than Jess, not that that matters.
Oh, I don't.
Kind of appropriate, it's green and yellow though. All right, so Jess is up first. Here we go. So she has 10 options, right? Mm-hmm. Don't forget about this. The only downside to this is they're $20 a piece.
Ooh.
And,
I have $40.
and let's go ahead and go over what these are for the 5 available. So we have engineering. For each of your pipelines, the refined value is increased by 1 for every 4 lengths of that pipe. It's a little bit more of a complex one. But then we have HR. You may take secondary actions for free instead of paying $10. So you can always do both when you go to one of the cross actions. Machines, you immediately receive 1 free machine. Okay, cool. Then, during the work phase, you may place your worker on a machine that you own to run it at no cost, whereas normally you're not even allowed to do that.
Right.
So that's pretty beneficial. Government. This is the obvious, easy gimme, I think, especially for newer players. Immediately receive 2 government pipe tiles. 2 government pipe tiles. And then every year receive 1 government pipe tile. Mm-hmm. Now, the thing is, it has to be from either a open market or from a market that is eligible to be opened.
Correct.
Because in the first year, only 1 can be opened.
No, 2.
2 can be opened. In the second year, 3 can be opened. And in the last year, all of them are open.
And when you're determining the beginning of the year, the government pipe person can choose which market to open.
Right. And last but not least, we have contracts and orders. You can fulfill a contract twice each year. So normally, once you've completed it for the year, that's it. But these, because doing it once isn't hard enough, you get to do it twice if you so wish.
And the gimme with that is if you attempt to do it a second time and you fail it, it's as if you failed it the first time.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's risky, but if you can pull it off, you can pull it off.
Correct.
This is if you failed it the first time. And then it would only be counted as 1 contract for a fulfilled contract, even though you fulfilled it twice for the
No.
valuation?
Yes.
Oh, for the valuation.
At the end, yes.
Right.
That's not that great.
The other parts of it.
Well, I mean, you need pipes to refine your oil. So the obvious...
I need oil. I need
Right.
pipes.
There
I need
you go.
contracts. I need everything out here. That's...
Pipe and oil are the first 2 most important, but normally, and Greg, you can correct me if I'm wrong, it doesn't matter how much oil you have if you don't have pipes to refine it. So over under, I'm going to set at 3.5 Glory to Rome's, okay?
Yep, and he's correct. The free machine has to be placed.
Immediately, so obviously don't buy that first because you don't have pipes.
I mean, I guess I'll get that thing up there. So how do I do that?
So you go to upgrades.
Okay.
Okay, so government pipe.
Sure.
Costs $20. All right, so do as it says.
So I pick what's going to open?
Correct.
Oh, don't I get to block something?
Or you could purchase a second if you wish for your remaining $20.
No.
I would not recommend that.
But I can block.
You don't have to.
I'm
but you
going to
may.
block something
Okay.
else. I don't think I want you to have machines. Secondary action for free.
Now remember, that's for the remainder of the first year.
I know,
These will
it'll
be
come
blocked
back
for
out,
both of us. Correct.
But, block human resources, I guess.
Hey, Brian, don't be that guy. Oh, you know, I see what you should do.
No, I don't think that's what he's doing at all. I think he's just telling you there's some good stuff out there.
And the last thing you can do, because you took the upgrades, is you can manipulate turn order.
Do you want to go first or second?
I don't know, so I'll leave it. I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you could do you could go to the refined market number 3
But it'll cost me an extra 10 to do that.
just to be able to do the action.
So now that you've got the government pipe upgrade, you have to pick 2 government pipes. They do not have to be adjacent. You can pick this one and this one.
Because
I
any
get
2
to just
markets,
place now.
and you could dictate which 2 markets open.
Oh, is the chat not fully?
Oh, shoot, my bad. Thanks. Sorry about that.
Shoot. All right, this is where I die. Things that go together.
Well, so the thing to consider
Yeah.
is you can only buy 2 pipe lengths. So at most,
Yeah.
you're only going to get a length of 4, and
True.
the blue goes 4. There is potential for 5, but I don't quite see it.
I do.
I see it
Right here.
I'm sorry, for orange and white,
Oh, sorry.
which is the ones you need 5 for.
Gotcha.
It wouldn't hurt to get the 5 length for the blue, because that just makes it easier to get to the next
Now,
levels.
when you're so I'm looking up there, and 2 of them are 16 total and 117 total.
Yes.
Does it matter that one length a lot? Because I was like, blue's harder than the others.
That makes it efficient to go from crude to high, the lower the number, but otherwise, it depends. It depends on what you're trying to build. If you want to network with a lot of little pipes that can go from this and move multiple cubes at once,
Yeah.
that's a good consideration. So the minimum length you're going to need to get to high eventually is 7. And if you start with a 5, that's not bad.
I don't know. I'll open the 2 top ones and
And this is the part of the game that I struggle the most with, because I am terrible at spatial games. I am really, really bad. And in fact, Ryan, he and I were talking privately after the review came out on the podcast, and he was really worried about the rating I was going to give the game, because he knows that I struggle really bad
So I
with
don't,
this.
and I'm worse. I can't even play Factory Funner. So this looks good, but then when I lay it down, I won't have a cross. Maybe I'll get a cross later to something else.
Or maybe you go heavy into blue. I mean, you look at these contracts up here, like that top right blue one, and look at what's coming up next year in the contracts, Jess.
More blue.
More
I know,
blue.
I see a lot of blue out there. All right, I guess I'll take these.
All right, so a decision has been made. Is it the right one? I don't know. And tell me, how often do these refill, Greg?
Never.
Never.
Okay, thank you. Right. All right. So, Jess, so turn order?
Oh.
You want to?
They want to move that.
There you go. Okay. There you go. And we can always move the money and do everything as needed as space becomes available. And now that you guys have seen that for the chat, we're good there. So do you want to stay first?
That was her.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay. Well, I hear you need pipes in this game. And Jess is going into blue already. So that kind of limits the obvious choice. So looking, and I have $40. So I could buy 3, possibly 4. and trying to find, I told you, this is where I struggle really badly. But one, two. So if Jess is doing that, we should do something different. So I think let's go ahead and set.
I'm gonna open these two. That's okay.
Well, you until something's taken, I don't think that actually.
Oh,
gets
I thought I
claimed.
chose. I only choose one that opens.
If you had chosen your second tile from the second market,
okay.
then yes.
I see. So you pick.
I really want two of those contracts, honestly. But I also don't necessarily want to take a loan, first off, but I think I'm going to. Right, wrong, or otherwise. So I'm going to choose the bottom right contract to start. So I'm going to go ahead and commit to that for this year. And I may choose a second contract, but it has to be in a different row.
Correct.
And so obviously the ones that are off board are unavailable for this year. So I cannot choose this one, but I can choose this one. And I will, but I'm going to defer that bad boy for this year. So next year I will be on the hook for both of those, provided that I successfully complete this one here. And those will not refill until the end of the year. So there's that. And you know what? Because I hear money is good, I'll go ahead and take a loan. And a loan is always 15 bucks. And I could take a secondary action. I'm not. That's it. End of the first turn.
Are you going to manipulate turn order?
Yeah, I will go first. All right. Next round. Now, are you allowed to take the same action twice?
Yes.
In a row. So I could do that again. I'm not. Just throwing that out there. So now we've committed to orange pipe. So I'm going to need 3. I could do that. Not a lot of orange out there. So we're going to go ahead and come down here and choose. That's a lot of orange on that one.
The problem is that the oranges aren't very friendly.
Yeah, see, this one has a lot on it.
But they're not connected.
But they're not connected, whereas this down here, potentially, so without APing the hell out of this, we're going to go there. So I'm going to choose for sure the pipe, obviously, that I'm on. For sure that, and now allow me to struggle a moment.
Do you choose to buy any more pipes?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a way to get everybody connected, which is a big, big struggle. So the difference between 3 and 4 is 15 bucks. And I cannot get that one, unfortunately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be 1. One, 2, 3. Aha! There it is. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could go up to 8, which is not 10, but I don't need that necessarily for right now. So we've gone there. No, that's all the oil I'm buying. So that's going to be 3. That's going to be $20. Done. Final answer. And cannot take a secondary. Jess, you're up.
Okay.
Whew.
So we don't process the oil till after the end of the first year?
No.
When are we doing that? Oh,
Processing
when you
oil
go
is an
there.
action.
Okay,
Yeah, so literally it would be boop, and then I could process 1 barrel of oil. But one requires oil in which to process first.
I know. So I really can't afford anything except to get oil. Or get 1 more pipe. Well, I guess I could get 2 more pipes. Hi.
And we've dictated which 2 markets are available to be open.
And I don't see anything there that's beneficial. This one's going to bring it right back into silver, which ends
Or,
over there.
if I may, because I know we both struggle with this, and yes, it's competitive.
That's
So, indulge me. So, no, that
No,
wouldn't work. Never
I
mind.
know.
Nope. And Greg, feel free. This is part of why you're here, to keep the AP from going too bad for either of us, because we both
so
struggle.
this goes up over here, but then
Essentially, the best possible pipes for you to buy are not in the government center. I think it'd be better to try and extend the other networks and diversify, but that's also not exactly a great choice right now. I don't think you necessarily need to make your pipes more efficient this early.
just get oil and process.
It's good to get that little boost of income.
Because you have money, which means you're not taking loans. Because
How am I
right
getting
now,
a boost of income? You mean just sell it as whatever I process it to?
well,
Yep, sell it to Refined Market 2 or Refined Market 3. 3 is better than 2.
fair point. Buy it for 7, sell it for 30,
Can I buy it for?
or you could buy it for 5, sell it for 30. That seems like a profitable gig.
Yeah, I'm not getting there.
There's a reason there are so many actions in the first year.
I guess so. All right, so refined market.
Yeah, the in-game,
The in-game money is good, but exactly, it shows up better on the screen for this.
Yeah, it's the text is just too small, and the purple and blues don't really look too well.
All right, so refined market number 1. You could pay $10 extra.
No.
Okay, just giving the option. Now, because you took that, you cannot manipulate turn order.
And you don't want to buy a third oil for 7? It's just as cost efficient as coming up here, and makes it a little hard for Edward to take it from there if he chooses to.
I don't think he's doing blue.
He might, because he does have a good enough network to make it work eventually.
Correct.
I guess it's
It's an
increasing
efficiency of
right now.
actions, right?
Yeah. It's more of a, while you're here, you might as well take what you can.
All right, so that's the end of that round.
Yep.
So, next action. So, I know I need at least 2 for this contract, and I know I can go ahead and fulfill that contract. There's no worries whatsoever, but I went ahead and basically forwent. I skipped selling it here. Instead, I'm going to be selling it. It's more money here, but this is going to come into play for the end game scoring as well.
Plus, if you fulfill it every year, that's going to be 40, 80, 120 at the end of the year.
But before I go to the crude market,
So you have $35 off?
He got a loan.
I got a loan. See, I have minus 20 already.
Missed that.
So I think what I'm going to do is I really, really like, where to go? I lost it. There it is. I like that pipe, potentially,
I like
because
it too,
of
but I couldn't
that,
figure it out.
right?
That looks better for you.
Right. So I think I will go ahead and go there. I'm definitely going to buy this one, like so. And now I am there, and my orange pipe. Oh, by the way, the markers we're not using yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for orange. And now I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for blue. So, and Jess, you could do the same if you wish for your blue pipe.
I'm sorry, what was that?
You can mark your
Oh, mark
blue
up
at
there.
5.
Okay.
And now my orange, I could go 2 more to 9. And you know what 9 isn't? 10. But if I were to buy 3 pipes, that'd be 20 bucks. And I think I will. So 20 bucks total here. And so my guy was there. So I obviously only have 2 choices.
This is a very efficient clearing of the government pipes. Not like
That's painful.
our last game where we left the corners.
Yeah, right, yeah. So now I am not going to take, or I cannot take a secondary action. So Jess, it's your turn while I struggle. That'd be 11.
And that leaves potential for the blue to loop better.
Yep.
Right, if I get those, that
To be
makes
able to
it
do that and then come back out and do something like that. Final answer done. That's the best I can do while on stream and not struggling.
6, 7,
Too
8.
much.
Ah,
Now your orange is 11.
Thank you.
So the way they highlight it, there's a plus 10 on the back of the marker.
And then if I get a machine to split it into 5 and 5, then it could go like 5 and 5, something like that.
And if you guys keep getting orange pipes, well, we'll just use cubes at that
Cubes,
point.
exactly, right. All right, so J-Rex, you're up.
so I see 10 blue out there. I don't know if they fit together. If I wanted to try to get, but it would be many, many moves to do so. Because they're in 2 different markets. So I don't know if it's worth it. It's what? To get to that would be still only getting there. It's a difference of 10 bucks each.
Morning, Vince.
So that's still $30, but I don't think I can. 1, 2, 3.
We can't touch those markets yet.
No, this and this. 1, 2,
Oh.
3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Added to the 5. But I'd have, and they're adjacent, so 1 move, 2 moves,
Sure.
3 moves.
Which you
I honestly don't know if those fit up, I'm sure, but they may.
It'd be a way to get to 10.
I just don't, okay. If that comes down, it goes that way. That then could go up over. I don't know about that last one. That would go this way.
And Brian brings up a good point. You could just not worry about getting more pipe and refine oil and then sell it in one action. And
That's
sell them
exactly what I
both.
was just saying. So it's a difference of $10.
Right, but you can't get to mid yet.
Oh, I can't?
Your pipe-
No, I'm saying if I get these and these, then I can.
Sure. You don't have any money right now, though.
Oh, that's
Right.
true. So I have to sell it. Forget about that. That would involve loans as well. Darn it.
Oh,
Yeah,
So it involved loans as well, so no.
Correct.
All right, I was trying to make it better. It's not going to be better.
So you pick up your dude.
yeah.
place it
sell
on
stuff.
no.
What?
You need to refine it.
Oh, right.
So you got to actually
Okay.
run your oil.
Right.
There you go. It technically goes on one tile
Okay.
on the pipe. There you go.
Doesn't matter.
Tomato,
There.
tomato.
Or I understand, but again, just
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the folks at home.
for the folks at home.
So now you can refine how much oil? 1 barrel. Done. Next round.
So this is going to take a while.
It's a slow burn at the beginning. Rome was not built in a day, Jess. Okay, so now is the time to buy some oil. So I believe that's 17. Oh, son of a!
Oh, no.
I am $2 short.
Oh, well.
Oh, yeah. Looks like I'm spending $12. 1 blue, 1 orange.
I should point out the rules make it say you must sell the most expensive possible oil you can sell, and you must buy the cheapest oil you could buy.
Why wouldn't you want to do that by default?
I know.
Okay. All right, so Jess, you're up. Now you can do that again if you wish. Now you also could do it the other direction. You could also refine the mid or the low to the mid.
No, she cannot.
You're right, because it's 6 and you only have 5.
Yes.
Sorry, I was looking at the orange. You are correct. All right, so now, next round,
Yep.
I'm still first. Thank you. And I'll place it right there. And I get to do both of those one step because it's on both of the pipelines that are there, which that immediately will go over here to fulfill one of those, not completing it, but more importantly, I get an influx of $20 cash. Done. Jess, your action.
Oh, I forgot you can partial. I always think you can have to do the contracts incomplete.
No, just the orders have to
Only the orders are all at once, whereas contracts you can piecemeal. Mm-hmm. So now, if you wanted to go to Refine Market 3 and get $60 quiche,
Yeah.
you can do so.
And these go there.
There you go. Exactly, Brian. I love how you struggle so bad in year 1 for cash, and then in year 3, you're bathing with hundreds. Bit of an exaggeration, but you get the idea.
All right.
Next.
Would you like to take a secondary action?
No.
Because now you can afford it, right? All right, so same turn order. And now that we have the cash, so I'm sitting on $23. Nope. I'm looking at the tanks and pipes and trying to get greedy, and I just don't. I think I'm going to stay on target and come up to the crude market there, and I will go ahead and buy. How much are the mid grades up there for the orange or the second tier? Sorry.
Oh, of the price?
Yeah, 7.
Yeah,
It's
5, 7, 9.
So if I were to buy 3 orange and a blue, that would be
That'd be 19.
21, $26.
Yep.
Yep, I'm $3 short.
Shocker.
I'm at 11. I can go straight to mid on that, which is what I need for that for the next year. I already got the blue. Let me get 3 orange. So that's going to be a total of $19. Trade you, sir. Go ahead.
Oh. I was expecting you to dump it.
35?
Done.
You only gave me 50.
Should be 60.
You're right.
I'm like, why? Why did I lose money? All right.
Yeah, good point, Omer. So because my pipeline is at 11, it's actually, when I refine this, I technically refined it all the way up to there and then used it to complete that, which is a little bit, but I still only get the 20 as opposed to the 35. And because I need to do so before the end of the year, I'm willing to make that sacrifice.
And the only reason you would, I guess, go past what you need is because you ran out of room for low.
Yep.
And that's
$10.
2. I could buy more.
If you want to start working on orange or silver.
It's really just for the action. 'Cause
Kurt couldn't stand it anymore, just ordered this one. So I guess,
Oh no, I was shorted you 5, not 10.
I had $3.
Right, and now you have 63. Right? Is my math wrong?
45, 50.
30, 40,
no,
50.
that's 58.
No, she's right.
I got it.
Okay.
This is 63 right there. You can, I have to decide how many I want. I need to, all right, so that's what I was thinking there.
And that works for silver.
Yep. I'd love to make silver do something, but
If you put it here,
yeah, a different silver.
Oh, wow.
And then do I want any more? So that right now is just 10.
And silver looks awfully tempting,
I
doesn't
could
it?
get 2
Because
more.
it means that
for
if she extends
15.
this one and she extends that one, she can run two
Two,
silver and one
yeah,
blue.
yep.
2 more for 15. I'm not going to get 5. Yeah, I'll get 2 more. So there's
You could not get 5.
35. Oh, you're right. I can only get these 2.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's see what I can do. You're all set.
Okay, all right, so that is Jess. She cannot affect turn order. Go ahead, move it. I'll take my action while she's puzzling out hers. Okay, so I need to run oil.
Yes.
However, oh yeah, I have no money. Right, about that. There's that whole, you need money. I was like, oh, I could go get, nope, we're going to make this real simple. And do like that again. So the orange will go to there, and the blue is at 5, which means I can't refine the blue.
Where's the coin? There you go.
There you go. I'm doing the best I can here, all right? All right, so I will go ahead and complete this now, so I get the influx of cash, and I don't have to worry about that now. $20. And then once Jess is done puzzling that out, it will become her turn.
All right. I can at least show it.
And you know what? Here, they don't need to see us as big. So there. There you go.
I think that's the best I can do. This I can't, it's just not the right way, is it? No, it's really not helping me.
It would be good to try and get some of the orange.
I know, but I will, but it's only going to be this one. I can't get this big, nice orange to attach to this orange. Is the problem.
With also attaching to the white.
Right. I can get that one. That's great.
Oh yeah, because this, no matter what you do.
Oh, that works.
Yeah.
And then you might be able to loop around with that orange, like with something
1,
like
2, 3, 4,
that.
5, 6. So that's at 6.
And remember, because of your government thing, you can pick whichever pipe you want
7,
to start.
8. So that's at 8.
And orange is at
1, 2,
3 right now. Gives you something to work on.
And like I said, you have government, so literally your first action can just be, I'll take this efficient piece and put it right in my puzzle.
You notice that, Brian? Thanks. All right, so Jess, you're up. I took my action, so it's back to you now.
Okay.
I went ahead and processed my oil and completed my contract now. Mm-hmm. So this is your penultimate action for the year 1.
All right. I need to do things more efficiently and maybe sell things for more than the cheapest refined market. How to do that? Oh, I can't get that there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these have to be filled all at once. Those at least I can partial.
But man, does
I
it
know.
feel good when you complete an order?
No, I'm.
You can always buy
oil?
more oil.
But there's going to be some coming out that'll be cheaper.
There is that.
Not necessarily. So these only refill so much.
Right.
These 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, so it will. It will.
But if you empty a market, it won't fill up all the way.
Okay, so it's a reason not to.
Unless you're trying to take it from somebody who's
I don't think so. Maybe I don't know.
probably not right now. You're not super competing on stuff. It wouldn't.
The contract has to be completed in like 1 turn, so no.
Hold on. You could defer it, but unless there's a contract you desperately want,
Yeah. I'm gonna get a tile.
you have cash. I want to remind you, I'm not saying you should, I'm just reminding you, there's also these. All 8 of these tiles are going to go away at the end of the year. So if there's something over here specifically you want and can afford to do this to be able to up your capacity or run your machines. However, with the machines, a reminder.
You have to pay $15 to run them.
There you go, at the end of this.
I didn't like them
machine
last time.
phase.
I don't think I'm getting those.
Hey, Brian.
I'm sure there's something over there that's good.
Well, there's that orange one right there, which helps at the very top immediately, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know what
And
you're
you have
trying
to.
to do.
You can take any of those, right?
Correct.
Or do you have to take
two of them for
Yes.
15. And you could also purchase a machine if you wish, in addition to going there.
A machine this early is not necessarily the best option, though.
Correct.
I wasn't gonna do that. Because those go away, so I don't know.
No, yeah.
I was gonna take those, or I could go here and take 3, couldn't I?
You could. So go ahead, decide, because I'm not going
Sure,
to
I'll just clear
take
them
all 3. That's fine. Play around with it, because again, as much as I struggle with this, no worries there. All right, so that is Jess. We know she's going to take that action regardless. It's just a matter of how many of those are going to be bought. So
Oh no,
now-
I bought it already. I already did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, you're
okay.
good.
So now, I have $20.
You could buy an upgrade.
I could.
It's not the worst thing to do in the last.
Right.
I'm at 8.
For each of your pipelines, the refinement value is increased by 1 for every 4 lengths of that pipe. 1, so...
Your blue would go up 1 and your orange would go up 2.
I can't. I can get to 10.
No, not yet.
Oh well.
Fulfilling the contracts twice each year might be a little aggressive.
It might be too much. The
Yeah.
reason you'd go for this is to get one of the later ones. The tier 2 gets you an extra $10 for each barrel sold, and tier 3, you can take orders as if they were contracts.
Oh, interesting. But no, I think that's probably,
Too sky high.
yeah. I mean, I do have a really good place for the machine.
The issue is you don't have $15 right now, so you'd have to end up taking a loan in order to get more money. Or you could sell the blue to get more money.
I don't want to go to the refined market to sell that, so I don't think I'm gonna do an upgrade, honestly. I could buy a tank and a couple of pipes, but I'm not really working on silver, and I don't like that option. The machine, I could buy 3 of those pipes up there, which would help both the blue and the orange, and that's all, just to be able to go there. But the other thing is, that would get me 2 for an extra 5, but those work really well. And the markets are going to refill to where when they're, you know what, I'm not going to overthink it. I am going to go to machines and pipes just for the pipes. So I'm going to spend the $15. So I'm going to go to machines and pipes. I'm going to buy,
That's me.
sorry, thank you.
It's
These
yellowish.
3.
Ooh,
And Jess, you're up.
that's devastating.
It's so close, but not enough. I know. What are you gonna do? I mean, at least I'm gonna get another pipe next time.
Yeah. You could spend what's left on cash on oil while it's still at the affordable costs.
Well, like you said, I don't want to do that down here.
But the crude market, if you buy these 2, I mean, they're just going to come back at that price anyway.
That's true.
Same thing with the blue.
Yeah, and down here, but that's It doesn't matter. It's 6-1. It doesn't the
As
other.
much as I love that.
Yeah, the silver is interesting because it never.
It's the same.
Yeah.
So
I guess the reason you'd go to refined market too is to sell some blue, but you don't have any, so.
nope. That is a good point. All right. I'll just go there. Unless I wanted some tanks or pipes, but I don't. Okay, so 2 of those. I don't have 8, so that's it.
Okay. Oh yeah, well, and you're 1 short of getting the other blue. All right, so year 1 is over. Refresh phase of year 2. Oh, that's right. You bought pipes, right?
Done. Might not be the best, but it's the best that I can see off the top of my head,
Wait,
so I'm going with
did you
it.
buy 3 pipes?
Yes.
How? You can buy 2 or 40.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
You're right. No.
Oh, wait.
Thanks. Yep.
Oh,
Jack got there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'm switching.
Oh,
Here.
oh, okay.
I wasn't realizing
There.
that takes 12
There
to
we
go
go.
up 2. I'm close to being able to go up 2 on blue. Closer than I was thinking it was 10 and 10. It's 10 and 12.
Yeah,
I'm not going to get 12 on the silver.
Can get tricky.
Yeah, but I can get 10 on the blue.
13 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there. Done. So I put that one back.
Okay.
All right, cool. There we go. So now all of these will wipe. That's impressive, by the way.
The upgrades come back around.
This is what you were saying. It's devastatingly short.
Yeah, it's just short on all of them.
But depending on what comes out. All right. And now refill the markets. So 4 get refilled here, so that gets completely full. Those are already full.
Those 2 actually wiped, so you can just.
Oh yeah, here we go.
And then these also fills all the way, and this also fills all the way, as well as silver down here.
Upgrades are those.
What? Yes.
Okay.
Which those are now available. Which for you, just so. So the level 2 is immediately receive 4 government pipe tiles.
I don't have enough money for that yet.
Yet.
And you're probably, no, you don't have enough money. Good.
Yeah, you're both broke. Yay!
Welcome to year 1.
Oh, and your contracts. So those come back to the pile.
That
And
moves over.
there we go.
Oh,
so
to the
we're
right.
just.
Oh,
I know,
oh.
but screen size. So there we
Screen
go.
size.
All right.
Oh, you have to fulfill those every
Ollie,
year?
thank you guys for struggling with this as much as I do.
You have to fulfill those every year?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you paid 20? Did you pay
Oh.
20 or 15?
I thought I paid 15. No, I paid 15. No, I paid. We're good. We're good.
It's time to pick a pipe.
We're
We're
getting
going
to
to
that,
start
Peter.
that.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm up.
No.
No, I get to pick a pipe. It's the beginning of year
Sorry, go
2.
ahead.
So we're about to do that. I need my blue to be better. So
Oh yeah, you need your blue better by 1. Mm-hmm. But it'd be good to try and.
get
oh,
the
you
orange
can't.
up 2.
You can't futz with the others.
What do you mean?
So basically, you have to choose a color to move up. There's no way for you to do 2 colors at once, or even.
Nope,
No.
not right now.
You what color are you trying to upgrade right now?
So he was seeing if I could do 2.
And you can't.
I can't. They're not close enough right now to be able to increase 2 different ones.
Got it.
With 1 tile.
With 1 tile. And blue is where I'm going. This is what I'm definitely going to open up because I want that to be open.
I'm good with that. Not that I have a choice, but
Yeah.
Maybe it's good to pick a tile that
Doesn't.
only has blue on it.
by the way,
Yeah.
you actually do this on your first turn of the year, so it's technically my
Oh,
turn. So
okay.
no big deal.
You go ahead.
So I could dictate which one opens.
Oh. Are
Because-
you sure about that?
Because it says
double
immediately
check it.
receive 2 government titles and then yearly receive 1
The
government.
yearly is the point that they're the peanut galleries. We'll double check. No big deal. That's
Okay.
No, at the beginning of each year.
It doesn't say at your turn of the year.
if only Ryan were here. You can buy 1 or 3, but it's priced at 2. Okay, right. Understood. So Ryan, just to be clear, when does Jess pick her bonus for the government for the upgrade? Does she get it immediately at the beginning of the year or on her first turn of that year? Which is it? All right, so either way, I'm going to try and look at what tile works best for me right now. Good Lord, do I struggle with this.
Oh, yeah. Okay, if that goes
I never
that
thought
way,
about that, Ryan. You could buy
don't do that.
3 pipes.
You have to pay for 4, though. Sure.
Come on, Ryan.
Because I see a perfect pipe for me.
There's also another thing to think of, but
Oh,
it's
yeah,
hard
what's
to.
good for him? I don't know.
There aren't. You're not going to block them.
His orange is already at 13. Oh, gosh, I'm doing really bad.
Page 8 of the rules.
Do that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, yep. On your first turn of each new year.
Okay, you're up.
See, I can make a case for both markets. This piece of pipe right there is perfect for right here. It helps silver, which I don't really have a whole lot going on with, but I also want that L right there, which is that piece right there. I only have $5. I have 9, but
You effectively only have
$1,
$5.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that would give me a double blue. God, for 1 pipe though, that's so gross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You're purple.
Thank you. Final answer. That goes there. That goes there. And because I need cash, that's going to go there. That's going to be a second level, so $35. Done. Jess?
Okay.
So I could have taken it, but for $5, I just couldn't justify wasting an action for what that 1 piece of pipe that I really want, and it's just not worth it to me. Thanks
so
for
that's
the help,
a lot
guys.
of blue, but it also gives me a lot of options later if I get stuck with it.
The main reason to get it is because it's all blue, and you can keep it away from the orange and the white without having to worry about it. Like, you just keep extending the blue forever. And it doesn't affect, like this one could potentially extend another one later on.
Right, if I get that opportunity to do something. I hear what you, because right now...
Thanks, Brian, Pierre, and Ryan. Appreciate it, guys.
It's that end or that end. It's not that end. It could be that end. I probably don't care. All right, I guess I'll do that. I think. I just don't want to get a situation where I get in the way up here. Yeah, I don't know. I'll do that.
Okay.
So it bumps it to
11.
So Oh, no, sorry, that was your free.
And turn it over.
Flip the blue. There you go. All right, now it's your action.
Yes. Okay, so I have 11, so I could move that up there. I wish I could. So that's 9. Yeah, I'm not getting to 12. So now the question.
Oh, it plays great with 2 and shockingly quick when you don't struggle with spatial stuff.
All right, so if I go there, I can get. So you're placing it on the one you have to buy?
Correct. Yeah, like you couldn't buy like this one and this one in the same action.
How about that one, and that one? Dang it, I don't want that one. I just want these 3.
Remember, you have $5 in front of you.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Okay.
Gotcha. I could just, 1, we'll push it up 2, that's still 11, I'm still 1 short.
Because let's face it, guys,
Okay.
we have the added pressure of trying to keep things moving and not, like if we were not on camera, it wouldn't be so stressful for us, but it's scary.
I mean, you also don't want to look like an idiot.
And there's that.
And
There
you're
is
like,
that.
right, that was really dumb,
Wow,
sorry.
I could show thousands of people I am a moron.
I'm dumb.
So
My bad.
So yeah, especially
all right.
it's breathe. You're doing fine.
All right, I can't do anything with silver. I really, really, really wanted to, and I can't. And
What do you mean you can't? Oh, as far as
I
buying
can't
pipe,
get
or-
it so that I could bring this up to
Oh, gotcha.
12. I
Yep,
was trying
I
to do
gotcha.
that.
Oh,
I
thank you,
can't get
thank
it
you.
there.
Oh yeah. Good call. Good call. This is why the peanut gallery is awesome.
This is where I need
Thanks,
to maximize
Krasimir.
my money. How am I doing this? Because right now I'm just going over here and selling things to refined markets.
So it wouldn't be the worst move to come to contracts and loans for a couple of reasons. One, picking up a contract is good for the valuation at the end and for an influx of cash in the middle of the game. 2, you'll be able to pick up a loan. $15, $20 gets you an upgrade if you so choose, or lets you have a little bit more flexibility for your next action. But the main consideration is you get to go first.
I never know how to maximize turn order, like in any game ever. So I'm not sure like how that matters to me, other than going up there, but he's going to get that at this point if he's going to get it. So, and he can't get my second one in government. He can block me from getting it.
The big issue, the reason Edward would want to come here
Yeah,
is to get machines. Yeah, he blocked you
but he's
short,
already
but
going to get that.
He's more worried about getting oil, too. Because he needs to fulfill 4 more orange cubes.
Yep.
But he's not worried about me taking them.
He doesn't have to be.
Right.
Oh no, don't take it that way, Brian. It's just internal pressure that from us. So
Okay.
So what's it gonna
Sure, a contract and loan. I don't
do what you want. You play your game.
have one right now, so I'm gonna do what Greg's suggesting.
I mean, processing oil is also an option.
It is an option. It's a better option if you have the contracts. And again, if you go first, you can process it anyway.
Well, so the contracts are just saving you a move, but you're selling for less than going to the refined markets.
It's more than just one move. You have multiple types of oil to consider. Because you're
Yeah, that's
aiming
true.
your network to do that. What?
Those are out?
Those
No, those are now.
are you sure in
Yeah,
a two-player?
those were over here.
I understand that, but
It's a
does that
two-player
line
game.
even exist?
Yes.
You're sure?
That line, so if it's here at the beginning of the refresh.
You sure?
away.
In a two-player. Okay. All right. Make your decision either way.
That last line's not in use for setup, but I was always in consideration.
All right. Well, you worry about that, Greg. Jess, you worry about your turn.
Okay. I don't think I'm ever getting.
So you want it fulfilled this year?
if it's up here, it's not available to me.
Correct. No, I'm just
So
confirming. That's
if
all.
I'm going to make money,
Okay.
it has to be there, correct?
All right. Are you taking a loan for $15?
Oh, shoot, that's refined. I don't see a contract I can do, is the problem. I can't get them to refined. And I don't have 2 silver.
There is a market in which you can purchase, and there's also a market down here in which you can purchase.
There's very limited time,
no
money,
arguments. I hear you. This is why it's the game.
and silver. I can't refine to that level yet. I don't think I have enough turns to do any of those. Greg, am I missing something? How am I refining to that or that?
I didn't say you were. This would be the main option.
But do I have enough time to get orange to get there?
Yes.
Because I'd have to process silver twice.
Yes, you'll have time because it happens automatically. As soon as it's processed, you're good to go. Plus, you're going to get $15 if you take a loan. You'll be able to buy some orange and some white cubes or some pipes if you need to.
Do you wish to take a loan?
Yep.
All right. And are you changing turn order?
Yes.
All right. You're up. And also remember, you can process twice in a round
With a machine.
with a machine. All right. Taking a secondary action? I assume not.
Nope.
Now that we have enough money, I think what we're going to do, yeah, I am here. We are going to go there. I'm going to buy 2 tanks. One goes there, and one goes there, and I'm just keeping my money here because pipes. And then I'm going to pay 15 to buy 2 of those pipes.
I could just hand me the
Thanks.
25 to start.
Oh, yeah. So I'm at 13. I would love to be able to extend the orange. So we're getting a little tight on space here. So that's going to extend that 4 to 17. There. Refine market 2 doesn't help me much. So I'll go first.
So the reason I don't discard this column in a 2-player game is because you also would discard this column in a 3-player game. I assume the reason this line exists is to remind you that anything on this side is what wipes.
11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Because
8, 9,
even
10,
when nothing is in this
11.
column, it is still the rightmost
Go
column.
there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would allow me to do that. And we both can go to the same location. Greg.
Yep. Yeah, no blocking there.
Right. 5, 12, $19.
Is that what you need, or is that what you have?
Both. I think that's 3, 5, done. All 3 orange. For $19, we have $19. Thank you.
That only gets it there. So, do this one.
He says page 6.
Yep, and the quote is right, but the rightmost column
only
is
goes up
this
one.
column.
And this one goes up 2. And then I can sell that.
Yep.
So $20.
For, no, more than that.
What?
35.
Oh, $35. Sorry.
See? So second level.
Just looked too far left.
Yep.
Oh.
All right. So Ryan, clarification on that, if you get a chance, regarding this column existing in a 2-player game. Let's just move on, though.
I
in the
can
meantime.
resolve that too. So if they want, that wouldn't have been available, I think is the issue. It doesn't matter to me. It's a wasted action for my orange, but I don't really care. So
No,
if it's not
keep it.
available.
Don't worry.
We'll change it later if
We can
have
do
Okay.
it later. Let's
right.
not do it now. All right. So just took her action and done. Next round.
Oh, yep.
Greg. So I hate wasting the action, but I think I have to. So I'll go there. So the orange will refine all the way up. The blue is at 7, which refines all the way up as well. And I have 2 more actions after this. So the question is whether or not I sit on this. So a moment. I don't think I have enough to fulfill both contracts then, enough time. Nope, I have to. Ah! All right, $45, please, Greg.
Wait, 45?
Sorry, 35. It was, yeah. My bad. All right, Jess, you're up.
So that'll get it, yeah. And that does this one.
Oh, so
What?
when you come to this tile,
Yeah.
all 3 of these activated.
No, I thought you had to put it on a little.
You put it on the tile.
No, it's on the tile.
Ew,
all
I did
3
not know that.
activate.
I
So-
thought you had to touch. Okay.
No, so that's already there. You don't have to do it
So
again.
now
All right.
if you're going to do it, now refine it from that from that point.
Okay.
Which is why it would be good, I guess, now to hear.
So that's another, and this one's another. Well, honestly, yeah. I should have taken that in the first place, honestly, and this wouldn't be an issue because I shouldn't have wasted a turn going over there. You would have paid less for your
You
orange.
still needed to buy another silver.
It's moot.
It's moot.
No, I didn't buy another silver. That turn, I went and bought 1 orange.
But you would have had to buy another silver
Oh,
for
okay.
that one.
Yeah.
So,
You're right.
tomato.
And are you refining the blue?
Oh, the far right column only exists in the 4-player game.
That's why there's 4 dots.
Okay. So,
I'll take this one.
And swap out the orange for the silver.
Yeah.
yep.
And I'm just not going to stress about this.
That goes
But
there.
that has to stay in crude.
Oh, sorry. It wouldn't have gone up, though.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
But now that silver can go right over.
Yeah. And sell.
So $35 to Jess.
Oh, yep.
And so you've done that refining twice, correct? Mm-hmm. So the blue, I imagine, would be further up as well?
No.
Oh, yeah. You can put the blue
You
up.
just did
Oh,
a
okay.
second refining.
Sure. There you
right?
So at 11, it can go all the way to mid.
That makes sense? Mm-hmm. Next action. All right. So now, if I split that, and I have the cash to do so, $35, right? But if I... $20. 5.
Sorry, I thought I grabbed a 5.
Immediately grab one machine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Is it that? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That'd be
Yep,
enough.
checks out. So that's going to be at 10. And that's going to be at 5. There. And during the work phase, I can place my worker on the machine to run it for free. And so that will lock that one. Done.
I don't know what I'm doing with them, so I'm going to take my time over here while you go.
Okay. And last action.
So, I mean, ultimately, you want this
Last
to go up
action I can
3.
refine, yeah.
So
That's the idea.
I'd guess do that first and then go from there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to run my machines per this for no cost. So that's going to go 1 to there, 1 to there, which is going to get me a total of $55, Greg. Thank you.
But I really need that to... Shh, that's fine.
Give me the rule book, please.
Sure.
And Jess, there's no rush, but you're up when it's your turn.
Oh, the machine comes from the market? I believe they're right, actually.
Okay, no big deal.
All right. That's 2. That's 3. I don't want to waste that blue, but I have to.
Is it cut off on the screen or just perfect?
No, it's perfect.
All right. So we know that that did the 3. Gets me to 12. Fine.
Yep, and that gets you to 9 on the orange.
Yeah, I wish I could. So one more orange is good.
Yeah.
I hate wasting the blue, but what are you going to do?
Well, I mean, you have to get quite a bit for the blue anyway.
I can get 2 more blue.
Yep, which won't help right now.
No, that doesn't really... Do I really want to do that?
I mean...
There's only an orange here, so it's not super beneficial anywhere else anyway, because it's 5 more either way. It's 4 more to do a straight jump. Yeah, I'll just do that.
All right, so that boosts your orange. How many?
3.
Okay.
So that's at 10. The silver's at
12.
12.
And your blue adds 2.
Yep,
There
so
we go.
13.
Okay, now you can lock them together. It's a good way to do that so you can actually see
which ones are in play.
Wait, what did I lay? Oh no!
Yeah.
So, and yeah, Kurt has it right. Or I'm sorry, Pierre has it right. The playing wrong's part of the learning experience. Even though, you know, we do our damnedest to get everything right, there's still ambiguities, there's still mistakes that happen.
You keep using my green. I'm like, where's my guy?
Fine.
You are purple. I'm like, he disappeared. I have
Into
no
the
moves
ether.
left.
He got caught in a pipe. So, okay.
Now I can go here. It doesn't super matter. That just was the way to get all of them to go.
The silver immediately,
Silver refines 2 levels, right?
which you need.
Well, you got this.
Yes.
You run it. Do your own stuff.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. Calm down. All right, and then this goes 1, right?
Yep.
So this is going to go here. Over 35.
All right. It's the end of year 2.
Okay.
Well, no, it's not. Now our machines run.
Oh, I'm sorry. The machine run
you know
phase. Go on. Do your thing.
Runs now.
Tomato.
15 bucks. This will run up to there if I wanted to. It doesn't matter. That's going to go there for 20 bucks.
I'm not shorting you, I promise.
And now it's the end of the year.
Can I?
What?
I just had an idea. I kind of wanted to point this out for people at home too, or I wouldn't care. So bumping up to 13 doesn't. If I can get to 17, that'd be a cool engine. But there's that valuation at the end, so it's not necessarily good to just have a really great long blue engine. I could put this 2 on here, which gives me a 0 to
Yep.
4 just for later.
So dropping that back down to,
Yeah, that goes
11.
down too.
yep,
And then take
But
another.
at least it gives for the valuation a thing.
correct.
Yeah. It's another. I mean, it's gonna
Let's do this.
double tap.
There, and this.
Okay.
And slide
Sure.
everything towards you.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tricky one.
I'm gonna let you mess that up.
It's-
Yeah. So Brian's right. Machine phase is directly after your personal action phase.
Fair enough. Right. 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Okay,
But yeah,
there
I
we
get
go.
your point. So here we go. So end of year. Refresh.
Actually put it there. You can see it better
Yep.
too.
So this market gets 4.
I don't care.
This market gets 1.
2 new tanks and a
One
machine.
Machine. And the refined markets are fine. These go away, and your contracts clear off.
Yep.
All the contracts were filled, so nobody has to suffer.
And your contract.
Where do you want those?
Yeah. I had this ready last time, and this time,
There we go.
only 2 shy.
That'll work.
That'll work.
And these clear as well.
Yep.
All right. So I'm first. Well, all the markets are now open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's funny. I have it marked here, yet I still feel the compulsion to count. So I would love to be able to get a little bit more there, but I think.
Greg, and it's one piece of oil can only move once through pipes. Like, so
Yeah.
for example, if I activated this and it was somehow longer in this one, I can't
Those are-
move
Those
one.
are
Two
two different
pipes.
I know they're 2 different pipes, but so for example, if I move 1 silver up the 12, I can't move that silver again.
Correct.
'Cause
Simultaneous.
It's in a different pipe.
Consider the oil being in the pipe
Yeah.
while you're doing it, and you're running all of them at once.
Realistically, you're not doing that.
No, but
I'm going to go ahead and purchase. I'm purple. There. 5 orange.
yeah. So that's
10, 24, 24, and 9 is 33. That'll be 40.
might as well. Yeah, you have the room. Oh, you have exactly the room.
So 40 bucks. There.
Okay. So this is about efficiency.
And 4 actions.
The silver costs a
Hey,
lot
Kabuki.
less money. I mean, costs the same amount of money down here. I'd rather sell this guy,
For 55.
but I can take 1 action and sell him for 50
Totally.
and get some stuff. So that's refined market 2.
So you sell first.
Yep. 50. And now what? Don't make noises.
No, this is for me. This has nothing to do with you.
No, I'm just saying, don't make noises. But the only problem is I need blue too.
Oh, yep.
Shoot.
So that'd be a reason not to do what you just did.
Yeah, I might as well. Not worry about selling. This is too many moves.
Yeah, maybe not worry about selling.
I can't worry about that right now.
You just get, it's a 50.
And get your free pipe also. Thanks.
Oh, shoot, right. Does anything make sense there? I'm already at 12.
And what do you need for that? 16?
I'm not going to get 4. No.
I'm not sure that the only reason you do the pipe is to affect this.
Right? Get another one up.
Yeah.
Can I? I did the blue. I can start work. No, I'm not going to get one because they're all 5. And I don't have a 3, I don't think.
No. Well, you could try and shoot for a high value pipe anyways, because it'll be worth $30 at the end.
I don't have enough moves. It doesn't really matter.
Oh, you do.
Oh.
Right here. 1, 2, 3. That one.
Oh, if it turns, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, guys. Sorry. Give me
right,
give me
that
10 back
brings
because my
me
machine
another
phase
one.
happens. Thanks, guys.
Oh, yeah.
At 5.
So,
Goes into
1 orange for that. 1 orange for that.
They immediately sell.
Okay, that was that. Now
20,
I need to not go to refinement.
55. Thanks, guys.
I need 2 and 1.
It looks like Edward's got a well-oiled machine.
So that's 12, 19. Is there any reason to do anything else but just do that contract?
Maybe aim for an order, too?
Instead, because I don't have time. And then I take the penalty.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if you just buy oil, it's going to go up and it's going to be worth more.
So I'm going to fill 3 spaces. It was just what do I buy for that 4th space if I'm going to buy something?
Orange. Because this is going to be worth money at the end of the game. If it's in your tanks.
Okay.
That's about it. Because if you're not going to spend the money anyway, you might as well
Yeah.
buy it.
All right, so 2 silver.
Appreciate it, Ryan. Thanks for doing double duty, man.
So that's 12, 19, 28. 2 back. It's 28. Yeah, 19.
All right.
Oh, so that was
Yep.
in wrong person.
Good God. Because it's
Why?
close to yellow-ish.
It's green.
I get where Edward's coming from. I should have given him the other colors.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have to get one more. So I am purple. I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna purchase 3 pipes for $20. This, and that.
Oh, goodness. Putting me to work.
This is the important one because now, when my machine runs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that machine is running all 3 of those. And then with this bad boy, I don't know. You know what? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh shoot. I don't think I can.
5, 6. We're just gonna try and scoot all this over just in there. So that will go there. Cause valuations.
Yep.
And now my machine's run. $10 back. All right, so let's see. So we have this orange is running that. This orange, there's a leak, sorry for the environment, there. And then this blue is running there. So that's going to be there and there for $55. Jess?
So I don't have enough room in my tanks. That's the problem. Darn it. So I guess that one, because I can't move all 3 up. If I go to this tile, I could move 3 up, but I think they all go here, and that means 1 can't. If I go to that tile...
You would refine it to the lesser value then.
And also, maybe you don't need to do the blue right now.
Because you have the blue there already.
But I don't really need this one to go. It's just money at the end.
That's fair.
And this is more money at the end.
Yeah.
So why would I sacrifice this one just to get this to potentially more money at the end? Like it seems.
Well,
I don't.
at the end, it's going to be worth less money than what it's worth.
This one?
Yeah. Right, so at the end of the game, it's going to be worth 30. Right now, if you sell it, you get 35. You're losing $5 if you don't sell it.
I'm just trying. Yeah, but I don't have a lot of actions for the things, so I'm trying to figure out what I can do. This one's not getting that far, so it'll be worth 20.
But right now, it's worth nothing. So if you bump it twice with a white, then it'll now be worth 20.
This is what my priority, though, right?
Right. But
I guess I don't understand why I prioritize this.
Play your game. Do what you want.
Okay. So this moves up. That's 12. So 1. This moves up 10. So 2. And this would move up 2, but not.
Is that what you want to do?
One, two, three, four, 5. I'm going to do this, I think.
you can't. You don't have.
You can't do 2
Oh,
silver.
I can't do 2 silver, that's why. Okay, so do that. That's the
Oh, wait,
3.
you could do 2 silver if you did choose this one.
That was the one I was doing. See, I moved it. So there's 2 silver pipes and
Then
a
do
blue
that.
pipe.
Then do that.
All
But I
right.
can't move the yeah, that's
Okay.
I'll just it's done. It's done. I'm done. I did the thing, it's done.
All right. There we go. So now I am going to go to the...
Oh, did these go over?
Yep. And then you get
Yeah.
$70.
I guess I'm going to refine market 3. There. we are going to purchase, so it's going to run twice. These 3 for $23.
Oh, you sell first and then buy. If you're gonna sell.
$32 back. Done. Then my machines run. And that'll go 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there, which this will then come over here and get me $35. Thank you. Done. Josh, you're up.
I guess I could just buy. All right, so there's 2 moves left.
Yep.
So valuation, there's the thing for machines, but I don't have a space to take up for machine to do a high value one because I have a 10. Oh no, I have an 11. So I could attach it to a blue one just for the valuation at the end. I could make something longer, or I could just go make some more oil.
I agree, you're in.
I gotta watch spacing. This one's gonna go away. I could move up the orange.
It really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, but
You're right,
it's
Ollie.
just about being consistent.
Blue. When I do that, this will move up to here. This will move up to here. So I could get a blue and move it up 1. And that'll be worth $10. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. All right, so I should go sell that one then. And then run those 2. Okay.
See, I didn't move your worker this time.
You didn't. So I'll sell that.
85.
And then I guess I might as well buy this because it'll go up $1. Sure, whatever.
So 46. Final actions. I think refined market 2.
Oh, I only have 1 orange pipe. It's done.
Yeah. So there. So that'll be 50, 80. Yeah, I guess that's it because it's going to be worth a lot more that way. The only other option I could do would be to go to, and then take a secondary with tanks and pipes to be able to add to that if I could, which I'm at 12. I would need 5 here for blue. That doesn't help because I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not going to be able to finagle that, I don't think.
No.
Because there's only 4 there. Silver, I would need to get to 12, which means I would need 5. By my count, I'm pretty sure that's not 5 for valuation. So instead of taking forever, I'm going to call that good, done.
And then
my machines run for 15. Thank you. Right. Which, that'll go there, and that'll go there, and done.
Good.
All right.
35.
Done? Mm-hmm. All right. So now we go into final scoring. So it's cash on. Greg, go for it.
Okay, so cash on hand, we can.
So here, give me 100.
There you
110. There, just to make it easier for folks to see.
100.
100.
Yeah.
Okay, so cash on hand, easiest one. And I always start top to bottom on there. So oil barrels, how much is your oil worth?
That looks like $30 right here for these.
$30, okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Actually, you want to hold on to them.
Oh, yeah.
Just in case. Not in this instance, but sometimes there's valuations that
Fair enough.
double
Good
dip.
point. Yep.
20.
20? Okay.
And now pipelines.
Pipelines.
So what do I have? So I have a 12, which is going to be, looking over there, that's going to be a medium. That's going to be 20 for that. This one's going to be a short. That's going to be 30 total. A short, that's going to be 40 total. And then a medium is going to be 60 total. For all my pipelines, Jess?
2 medium and
3 short.
3 medium, sorry. Because the orange is medium too.
Oh, right. It's a short medium.
3 medium and 2 short.
So 80 as well.
Get here.
Making our lives easier.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry. And now we do valuations.
Now we do valuations. We'll start with the left to right. Valuations of pipelines attached to machines. So in Edward's case, that's this pipeline, and this pipeline.
Which means we go back doing this. So it's going to be the blue is a medium, the orange is a medium, and the orange is a short. That sounds like a 50. There.
And Jess doesn't have a machine,
Nope.
so she gets nothing. The number of pipeline types. So this is the different colors and the different lengths of type.
So I have one small orange, one medium orange. That's 2. I have a small gray. That's 3. And I have a medium blue. That's 4 all day.
And that ends up being another cool 100.
There we go. Jess?
I think it's 5.
It is.
Yep. 3 short of each color, right? And then 2 medium of different colors. So that'd be 5.
So that's
5 is 150.
I'll take that for that. There you
Good
go.
job on that.
All right. The value of fulfilled orders.
Nobody.
All right. And the value of fulfilled contracts. Basically, pay your contracts again. So in Edward's case,
That is going to be 40, and then that is
100.
105, so call it 150 with a nickel back. There we go.
105.
105 for you as well? Mm-hmm. Or not as well? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then penalties, minus 20 bucks.
minus 20 bucks.
Read them and weep. $577.
523.
There you go. So a difference of 52 bucks or something like that, whatever the math was. You get the idea. So there you go. All right. So start with you. What do you think of Pipeline 2-player? Well, what do you think of Pipeline to begin with, and then 2-player specific?
Right. So we've already played this and streamed it, and I liked it the same as I liked it the first time. It's really hard for me to get the pipes out. So as Ryan tells me, I need to play more, so I get better at that. Which is generally how I feel about that type of abstract game. I'm notoriously bad about it. I cannot actually play Factory Fun or Factory Fun. Like, it's really bad, comically. So people will drag me into it just to laugh. But so practicing to get better at that would be good. I did not optimize. I was so concentrating on how to lay those pipes this time because I was worried about that I really didn't optimize anything else I was doing. And after the fact, I was like, oh, well, if I'd gotten that contract or I did this thing. So it's definitely one of those games that I think playing in short succession or playing more often does make it start to get easier and just makes it flow more, because you really need to remember, where those tanks are beneficial and when you're going to want to get those out, and how to optimize the moves that you're taking to push things up. It's always great when you have a tile that has the 3. I saw that tile originally and was like, okay, I'm going to get one with 3 this time because I've played before and had to move my guy all over the place because he didn't have access to different pipes. So I was glad for that. But there's a lot of ways to optimize in this. So I think playing it a lot or more frequently definitely helps with the gameplay. As far as 2-player, I thought it was really different at 2-player than what I've experienced before.
How so?
Because, and you saw me do this, in the past when we've played, the government tiles go away really, really quick, and then it becomes really expensive to add on tiles to make those pipes spread out. And with one of the valuations being about different pipe configurations, that's why I went for what I did in the upgrades. That's why I was trying to make sure I laid more pipe routes because I wanted to get the valuation for that at the end, and that's why I really attacked these, but look how many are left. I've never seen that before. This usually has been gone in year 2, and we're out here struggling to find pipes to put down. So in a 2-player game, not so much. I didn't have to do that the way that I did. So yeah, so I did find it different. We weren't struggling for goods. We didn't really, you went for orange. I was more in the blue and silver. So it was definitely opened up the market and opened up the government tiles a lot.
Yeah, it seems a little bit more, and Greg and I touched on this a little bit in our review on the podcast, that it feels a little bit more open, but not wide open, because it's not so much that you're still competing against, I only have so many actions in this game. And I think it was Brian or one of the guys in chat had mentioned that the most valuable commodity in this game are actions.
Yep.
Much more so than oil. You think that oil is the most important thing in this game, but it's not. It's about making the best use of your actions because there's such a finite amount of actions. And it's stressful. This game is not easy because missteps can cost you huge. And there is a bit of a butterfly effect that if you do very poor planning early on, you can end up with multiple penalty cubes because you didn't plan well enough for your contracts, or you weren't able to fulfill an order before another player, and it's stressful. And that's not even talking about not wanting to be inconsiderate to your table mates, or in our case, streaming, the stress added for trying to build your pipeline. And because I struggle mightily with that. That is a huge issue that spatially, my brain just doesn't work that way real well. And so I struggle, whereas people will see things obvious, not obvious.
Well, that's why I started to do what I do, not on stream when I'm playing this game. I'll just be like, okay, I'm going to take 5, you go. Because I don't care as much about, beating everybody at the table. I'm just trying to, or showing everyone, optimal moves. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to play like I normally play.
Yeah,
and
that's what you should do. That's good.
If I took an extra tile, I took an extra tile.
Right.
It cost me $10 or $20, but that keeps the movement and momentum going, and that's how I would normally play it.
Well, what's good about some of these valuations is that you can be like, yeah, I'll scoop. I
knew that too. I had that backup of like, even if I just throw this over for a 4 or 5 run of another one, I get points for it. Right. So sure.
If you have the money, I always say throw the money around.
Yeah.
The actions are so necessary that paying the $10 for the extra actions, I'll almost always do it. The HR...
and I didn't do that once this time.
Yeah,
I never don't do that. That was weird.
Which I thought was interesting, that you guys went the whole game.
We did it the entire game. We didn't do a single
and I never don't do
action,
that.
So
that's a thing I do all the time. So that was weird. That's maybe a difference in the play when you're not feeling so competitive to get to something in a 2-player. But that's an interesting difference. A lot of people are looking for 2-player games to play with, say, a significant other or someone who doesn't like Take That. I didn't feel this was Take That-y at all.
Oh, not at all.
Whereas,
the only moment of the entire game that I was worried
was for that
was
tile.
when you were going to take your government.
You did that to me last time.
Your government action, and your government tile, and I was like,
don't take
God help you if you take that one tile.
Well, and there was one where you were looking at which one you were going to open up because we realized I get my government one after, and
I mean, I could
I
have.
looked, honestly, I didn't care.
Right.
So at first I was like, you better go to this. And then I was like, oh, now I'm fine. I'll have enough to do what I need to do either. I don't care what you like. And
Right.
that's not how this usually plays out. Usually there's one left and you're like, ooh there, I hate you. So it felt less combative in a two-player, which I think is an unusual thing. Usually when you're paring down a game to
It's
two-player,
more knife fighting.
it is more
Yeah.
knife fighting. So that might be interesting for people looking for two-player games that
Yeah.
don't have that combative value, but maybe they like combative so they could play it with more to get that.
Right.
But it does have a bit of combativeness if you choose to do so.
Yeah.
You can. But if you're a couple or you have you and
Yeah.
a friend or whatever and you just choose not to, that's it. The game plays perfectly
If you know the
fine.
person you're
As
playing
you
with,
saw,
don't
we
go in
weren't-
the same,
We,
yeah.
we weren't butting heads
No, we
hardly at
really
all
weren't.
on
And
that.
I think when we played, I was a little aggressive into your area, but
Right, but for the most part, but it could be more if you want it to be that way, right? But the 4-player and the 3-player definitely feel tighter in this. But the other thing that I want to mention is when you and I played this 2-player, it was like a 45-minute game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Jess and I playing longer, A, it's on stream, and B, both of us struggle with the tile lane aspect of this to where that adds time to it because we suck.
And it
at
has
spatial.
double time because then I'm like, I gotta go fast. And then I stress myself out,
Right.
and then I lose, and I'm like, ugh. So yeah.
So
that's-
yeah, but whereas Greg doesn't struggle with it, so our game was quicker because only one of us was struggling with
Also,
it.
why I was glad Greg was here because I'm like, Greg.
Yeah, exactly.
And
And
pull me out,
that's
I
part of it
can't
as
see it.
well.
Just look over here.
Yeah. So there you go, right? So I'm surprised nobody picked the blue JL. Right, and so that's the thing. Like that, there are things that some people will see that not everybody will. But this game, and like what Jess alluded to, if you play it often enough,
But
it
know
will
that-
help cut down on that,
That's
which
true.
is not something we're going to be able to do.
And I hate to call myself out, but I want to. I played really poorly. Like, for me, I knew after I did things, stupid. Like, there were plenty of things I knew I did wrong. And the score's not that bad. I don't feel terrible about where I came out
But during the
in
game,
this. During the game, I'm like, I hate myself. I've made so many mistakes. But I also knew I was mitigating some of it with the valuations. I'm like, well, I will get points eventually.
yeah.
They'll come to me.
Well-
I could have done so many better things. But yeah, it didn't hurt so bad that at the end of the game, I ended up with like,
We started with $40. We both ended up with more than 500.
yeah, no. And within okay.
Yeah,
Like,
oh,
I
no,
don't feel done.
I didn't know how it was going to turn out. Legitimately, I didn't know who was going to win.
I didn't think I was getting anything. I was,
I thought it was going to be close, yeah.
Yep, and it ended up being relatively close, so no arguments there. So there you go. 2-player pipeline. Game 9 of the live streaming through Gen Con. So good
I did
job.
want to say one more thing.
And good
so
job.
as bad as I am about this tiling, and I know that scares a lot of people off of this game, and you have to understand, I am notorious for being just terrible at playing this, and I didn't do that poorly. Don't be afraid of that as far as this game goes. I don't think it's something that if you're just not that great at that type of tiling abstract, you should stay away from. I think you should give it a try.
There you go.
And yeah, like Ryan had said, play more, get more practice with the pipelining part of it, and the game picks
Moves
up.
really quickly.
Yeah,
It can, for sure. Because, I mean, you saw in a 2-player, it could go, like if you're not messing with the tile lane, in our case, my action, your action, I'm back. That's the end of a turn.
And as
right?
Yurin said, you get, and I remembered them after I played and was like, oh, those are the combos I needed, but you get more used to what you need to combo up.
Right.
And then, yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
it's great.
There we go. So, that's Pipeline. Thanks, Ryan Courtney, for chiming in while at Gen Con. That was cool. Thank you, Clay, over at Capstone, for sending us a review copy of this, and for Greg, us using his copy so we didn't have to dig ours out. Appreciate it.
Instead of thank you, I'm going to say you're welcome, Ryan, because he's been begging me to do this again on stream, 2-player with you, to show that it isn't scary even if you're really bad at the abstract tiling. So you're welcome. I did it.
All right, so thanks everybody for watching. Like and subscribe down below. Hit up pledgehc.com if you think this is worth a couple of bucks, then we definitely would appreciate that for sure. That said, we'll be back. We're probably going to slide the afternoon stream back in an hour. So be aware of that for Dark Domains because we need time to set that up and everything else. So I don't know what time it's scheduled for, but it's going to go live at 3 o'clock as opposed to, I think, 2. So be aware of that. Other than that, yeah, we'll see y'all here in just a little while. So I enjoyed it. Did you?
I did. Want to do it again?
No, because we have Dark Domains to go. So, but other than that, while it's set up, yes, I would love to. That would be cool. All right. So, and Greg, thanks for stepping in and taking over that part of it and helping us along. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem. I love this game.
All right.
Yeah.
So, 3 of us will be back shortly. I'm Edward.
I'm Jess.
And I'm Greg.
All right. You guys take care. We'll see y'all shortly. So, hang out. Spend the rest of Sunday at Gen Con with us. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
You did great.
I know. Well, it's okay.
All right.